Hi there, I'm Teresa Garside. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I'm at your San Francisco seminar. I hope you don't mock me or laugh me or ridicule me in any way, but what if your character is unclear what the object of her desire is until later in the script? Perhaps the object of her desire becomes clarified or revealed to her in some way. How does the writer handle that situation, Bob?
Well, it's not important that the true object of desire in a character is clear to the character. What it must be clear to is the writer, and ultimately clear to the audience, because the object of desire is often unconscious to the protagonist. Take, for example, the classic Rocky, Best Picture of the Year, 1976. Rocky thinks that what he really wants, once he's given an opportunity to fight, is to fight to win. And so he puts himself through this rigorous training in order to try to fight to win, to actually win the heavyweight crown. But he comes to realize that that's not possible. And so what he decides to do instead is to fight for self-respect. He's going to, as he says, go the distance. He's going to be the only guy to ever have gone 15 rounds with Apollo Creed and not been knocked out. He will be standing up, and he won't look like a bum. He'll be somebody. He'll be the guy that went the distance with Apollo Creed. He wants to fight for self-respect. That desire for self-respect has been unconscious in Rocky since the very first scene. He's disgusted with himself, he hates what he's become, he has no self-respect, and then he figures out a way to fight for self-respect, and his desire, the object of desire, self-respect, becomes clear to Rocky at the second act climax when he's studying Apollo Creed's fights on video and realizes that Apollo Creed's a superior athlete, and so he can't win, but he can win in another way, and his subconscious desire becomes conscious as he decides to fight for self-respect. There are other characters, on the other hand, who go through their entire story with a subconscious object of desire, who never become conscious of it. The famous example I give in class is the film Carnal Knowledge, in which Jack Nicholson subconsciously wants to humiliate and destroy women, and he does it year after year, decade after decade throughout his life, and he never catches on. But the audience knows he does not want a woman to love, he wants a woman to destroy. But that thought would never go through his head consciously. But we get it as audience, and of course the writer understood it from the very beginning as well. And the director and the actor ultimately bring that to life within the subconscious of the character. And so the whole question of whether or not a character is conscious of their object of desire depends upon the nature of the character, the quality of the kind of story that you're telling, but it is certainly no requirement that a character ever be conscious of their object of desire.